Now joining us, Jordan Leslie, wide receiver for the Minnesota Vikings. Jordan, how is it going, my brother?
It's been going pretty good. Almost 2 weeks into camp, so a little worn down, but it's all a grind.
Selfishly, I'll lead with this. I was just hanging out in Houston the last couple of days. Your hometown is pretty awesome.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. What did you do?
I just did the main touristy stuff. Astros game, Space Museum, Galveston Beach. Luckily, no oil was in the Gulf this time. Went up to College Station, checked that out, the George Bush Museum. So, did I hit the hot spots? What did I miss?
That was pretty good. What restaurants did you eat at?
Nothing crazy. What a burger.
What a bugger.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I had to hit
that.
I had to hit that apparently. Yeah. Okay, let's jump into what's going on with the Minnesota Vikings right now. You said you're pretty sore from camp, but how's life right now trying to make the 53-man roster with the Vikings?
It's been pretty good. Like I said, it's a grind every day. We wake up pretty early. Wake up around 6:30, meetings 7:45, and we're going all day until curfew at about 11. So this rest day is much needed.
Jordan, was this leap from college to the NFL, was it everything that you expected as far as athletic ability that you're going up against, speed of the game?
Definitely. Coming into it, I knew it was going to be a professional environment, and everyone was the top at their college, so it's going to be very, very challenging, and it's exactly what I thought. It's been a lot of fun, though. One thing I didn't expect is, especially the veterans just being so, down to earth, and even Adrian Peterson. I mean, he's one of the most down to earth person that I've met, and he talks to you, treats you just like you're just as good as him. So that's one thing I didn't expect.
So you're not getting any rookie hazing or anything like that?
No. I mean, of course, I got to carry pads every once in a while, and go to the store and buy some candy or something like that. But it's nothing too brutal. I mean, supposedly we're supposed to have a rookie dinner where we have to pay. So hopefully we don't go anywhere too expensive.
Just be sick, man.
Right. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I don't think that'll work very well. I think they'll drag me out of bed.
Wait, so you've had to go to the store to buy candy for veterans?
Yeah, especially sunflower seeds. They love sunflower seeds, so I got to ride my little bike to the store and get some sunflower seeds and candy.
Like bicycle, not like a motorcycle?
No, like a bicycle.
Like a bicycle? I thought that was just the Packers, man.
No, we're down in Mankato. It's about an hour and a half from Eden Prairie, where our facility is, and they asked me when I was at home training, would I like a bike? Because there's going to be a lot of riding around to, cafeteria, to the training room, to the facility. And I was like, yeah, and it's definitely much needed. So I have to go 5 minutes down the road to the store and pick up some snacks.
Nice.
Hey, when's the last time you rode a bike?
They say, they always say, you never forget riding a bike.
Yeah.
I still feel kind of shaky because I haven't ridden a bike in so I used to be able to ride bikes with no hands and everything, and now I'm over here struggling trying to ride with one hand. So I think I'm starting to get it down after this, week and a half. I think I got it.
Nice. Jordan, you said that a lot of the vets have been down to earth. Have they been helpful with advice? And if so, what's the best advice that you've gotten so far?
Of course. When you have people like Mike Wallace, a big-name receiver, and then even Charles Johnson and Cordell Patterson, good vets to look up to, it's great to kind of learn from them. They're always willing to help you on certain routes and tell you kind of what you're doing. Sometimes I have a bad tendency of sticking my hands out too early, and so they let me know about that. And I think the biggest thing you get to learn from them is just to keep working. Someone like Charles Johnson, I mean, he was a 7th-round pick, got cut from 2 different teams and then ended up being the starting receiver for the Vikings, and I think their leading receiver last year. So it just kind of motivates you to just keep going and never get too down on yourself.
Are you still jaded about not being drafted, or is that over?
I mean, I think that's always going to be just something in the back of your mind. I mean, that's kind of something you always dreamed of, and it didn't happen. But you know, you kind of got to push it to the back of your mind as far as you can, and just kind of keep working, because you got to use it as motivation and just be the best player that you can be now.
Jordan Leslie, Minnesota Vikings receiver, is on BYU Sports Nation. Of course, had the tremendous grad transfer senior year with BYU last year. So my question for you is, when you're starting for the Vikings on Sunday or Monday Night Football during this season at some point, what college are you going to say?
Everyone asks me that. Maybe, you know, if I'm lucky enough to start, I guess maybe I'll say both. I don't know if they'll allow that. Maybe I can get it in real fast, like UTEP, BYU, and then quick like that.
BYUtep, Jordan.
Ooh, there you go.
Oh.
You could go high school too, or
that's always safe.
Like Aaron Rodgers goes Butte Community College. He doesn't say Cal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We won't hold it against you.
You could say your city. You could say, say your city that you're from in Texas.
BYUtep. That'd be funny though. Pocket that.
That would be good. Jordan, what do you think that you have to do to make this 53-man roster?
You know, I think special teams would be, you know, one of the biggest things for me. You know, I'm trying to do the best I can on show special teams to kind of give good looks. The biggest thing comes to the preseason games. We have a preseason game this Sunday, so it's going to be, you know, a great opportunity for me to, you know, showcase my talents and show all the things that I've been working on at this training camp. So I think that's the biggest thing, is just have good preseason games and work as hard as I can, do great in run blocking, do great on special teams, and just see where it goes from there.
So Saturday, the Hall of Fame game, right? Sunday, August 9th. Is that the first game against the Steelers?
Yep, this Sunday.
Okay, this Sunday night, you can check out Jordan Leslie on NBC. That'll be awesome. Jordan, when you look at what the transition was like from BYU to the NFL, what was maybe a moment where you thought, hey, this is a little different?
First, being here all day, I mean, that's definitely, you know, different atmosphere, and just kind of seeing the different talent and you know, how the vets can just go so hard, but then also be controlled. I think that's the biggest thing. Like, a lot of times in college, we try to, you know, keep everyone up, and everyone ends up on the ground and stuff like that, and people getting tackled. But here, it's real professional, and everyone just kind of knows it's a business and wants to get in, get it done, and then move on to the next day.
I know you've got to play it cool because you want to belong, but was there a moment where you're like, dude, I'm on the Vikings, and I just did this?
Of course, you know, just, you know, you sit there, you sit there at home, sit there in your bed, and you're just like, well, this is what you dreamt of, and kind of sometimes you get caught up in, you know, I want to be getting more playing time, I want to get the ball more, but then when you actually sit in bed and think about it, like, this is something you dreamt of. You've always wanted to play in the NFL, and now you're in the same locker room as Adrian Peterson or Mike Wallace or Teddy Bridgewater. You know, you're just right next, you know, the locker right next to them. So it's kind of crazy just to think that you're in this situation, and then to go out there against, you know, the starting cornerbacks in the NFL, and, you know, if I catch a pass, it's you know, it's uplifting and kind of gives you a little confidence boost.
Jordan, if you were to talk to a high school recruit looking at BYU and their overall goal is, hey, I want to make it to the NFL, how can BYU do that? What would you say to that recruit as far as how BYU prepared you to compete for a roster spot for the Vikings?
You know, first thing is the coaching staff. I would tell them, you know, the coaching staff at BYU is great. To have a coach like Coach Holliday and Coach Mendenhall, and even Coach Anai, they push you to be the best that you can be. And Coach Holliday was a big stickler about little things, and that's the same thing with my receiver coach here. He harps on every little thing, and I feel like I run a great route, and he'll still come back and be like, oh, you can still fix this, and that's exactly how Coach Holliday was. So that definitely prepared me for this. And, you know, I sat down and talked to my receiver coach here, and he was like, I hope you understand, like, I'm just being hard on you because I see potential. And I was like, trust me, I understand, because that's exactly how my coaching staff was at BYU. And then, I mean, another thing was just, the professional atmosphere at BYU. I mean, most people are 23, 24 coming off a mission, so they have their family started and they're worried about football. And then that's exactly how it is here. Everyone's worried about football. I mean, this is a job. It can end any moment, and everyone's trying to put food on the table for their family. And so those are the two biggest things I would say.
Vikings receiver Jordan Leslie is on BYU Sports Nation. Let's finish with this. Our Twitter question today for the BYU Sports Nation fans is, what are your expectations for Taysom Hill this season? What do you think, Jordan?
Honestly, I feel like Taysom is going to be one of the best players in college football. I mean, that's kind of a bold statement, but I know him, I know his work ethic, and I know how competitive he is. And I definitely know his athletic ability. And, the sky's the limit for him, and I expect a big season from him.
Awesome. Well, Jordan, great stuff. We're paying attention. We hope you make the roster, man, and good luck this Sunday against the Steelers.
Thank you.